Friends, good morning. Sunday morning, Shavua Tov. We are Jewish Russian Community Center at 18 Rockford Street. Jewish Russian Community Center Synagogue. Friends, I have been addressing tirelessly in the past couple of months Nazi shuls, Nazi synagogues belonging to Jewish Russian Community of Ontario, and a couple of months ago, I believe it was actually 2 months ago, Friday, June 21st, I did introduce 40 million Canadians, I am kidding, to the original Nazi shul, to the original Nazi synagogue at 117 Church Avenue. Exactly 1 week ago, Sunday, I did introduce Jews and otherwise to the second Nazi shul. The shul, the synagogue, Jewish Russian Community Synagogue in Thornhill, Ontario. And I did promise at that time that in a couple of days' time I will start considering introducing Canadians to another Nazi shul at 18 Rockford Street. So, friends, I will be providing this video to be viewed by the executive, by the leadership of Canadian Zionist Association. And I won't be chatting any longer about 30 plus the REBBE emissaries, despicable, deplorable, degrading fraudsters and charlatans that did proceed 16 months ago in May of last year with unprecedented religious fraud of the century that did culminate in the Toronto-based Nazi, the one who fortunately was not born into one or another Jewish family and never fortunately converted into Judaism, declared by Chabad Lubavitcher sect worldwide the second after Avraham. Friends, the leadership, executive with the Canadian Zionist Association, I have been extremely patient for the past 16 months, and when I started my crusade for justice, Professor Dr. Marat Ressin, one of the most prominent members of the Jewish Russian Community of Ontario, was always within recipient list of one or another email I had been tirelessly submitting, asking elected officials, provincial, municipal, federal, law enforcement folks, others, start attending to this degrading, still ongoing, unfortunately, ordeal associated with the Nazi misrepresenting himself for decades, misleading Canadians. And Marat Ressin, I did contact him several times. I did send him several emails, and he did receive. And unfortunately, he did choose not to react, not to act. He chose not to start acting. And I had been tirelessly asking him, start considering distancing himself from his friends, fraudsters and charlatans that did commit unprecedented religious fraud of the century. And at that time, I did not know actually that president at that time of Canadian Zionist Federation, and just until a couple of months ago, he was not just Professor Shulik executive, he was president of Canadian Zionist Association. I did not know that at the time I had been involved and still in crusade for justice, he had been involved in his studies. And in the process of studying towards receiving, obtaining smicha, in the process receiving his ordination, most likely, I'm more than positive, he did visit several times the Rebbe, Menachem Menachem Schneerson, the Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and he did visit resting place of the previous Rebbe, the one who in spring of 1940 with his entire family left Warsaw on his way to America via Berlin and Riga, start introducing America to real Chabad Lubavitcher sect values. He did visit the grave of the one who can be addressed only as a traitor of the Jewish nation, and only traitor of the Jewish nation could have allowed himself to leave Poland, leaving behind 3 million Jews to be perished shortly after. And 30 plus the Rebbe's emissaries associated with Jewish Russian community of Ontario, they did betray Jews around the world, and not only members of a Jewish Russian community, they did betray when unprecedented religious fraud was committed in May of 2023, 16 months ago. They did become traitors of the Jewish nation. Friends, executives with Canadian Zionist Association, leadership of Canadian Zionist Association. I went last night on your website, on the website associated with Canadian Zionist Association, and besides the lovely photograph of Moshe Marat Ressin, it was stated immediate past president. And he is immediate past president, since only few months ago he was at the helm of this great organization. Friends, I don't know how you are going to react. I don't know what response I will be receiving. And there is a chance, and I won't be surprised if you would indicate, Mr. Rudnitsky, it is unfortunate. He is not any longer president of Canadian Zionist Federation, and we just cannot start addressing the matter you did ask us start considering addressing. I won't be surprised, and that would be fine. Just provide me with one or another response. I am really sorry, folks. I had been extremely patient, and I did not allow myself start addressing Moshe Marat Ressin, traitor of the Jewish nation, despicable, degrading fraudster and charlatan. And I had been extremely patient, asking him again and again, start considering distancing himself from the so-called leadership, start addressing this bizarre and tragic ordeal, and he did not. And I started perceiving Marat Ressin since recently as a traitor of the Jewish nation. I started perceiving him personally as a fraudster and charlatan. And those people, Marat Ressin, 30 plus the Rebbe's emissaries, so-called leaders of the Jewish Russian community, they did contribute greatly to the pogrom that did take place on October 7 last year. They did. And Marat Ressin, likable until relatively recently president of Canadian Zionist Federation, did contribute greatly to the pogroms that did take place in Israel on October 7th. Thank you, folks. I will be definitely at some point on Tuesday morning, most likely, following the long weekend, submitting this video of mine. I do not feel comfortable, not at all, addressing respected by all immediate past presidents of Canadian Zionist Association, Rabbi, Moshe, Marat, Ressin, Jewish traitor, fraudster, charlatan. But this is the way how I believe I have all the rights to start addressing this likable it. It is a tragedy, folks. It is a tragedy. It is a tragedy. Thank you. Shavua tov. Shavua tov.